Shabbat Shalom. You got good rhythm, Mark. I absolutely invite you to do that.
Are these the books?
I'm so glad to hear it. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Almost there. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good to see you all. We're going to begin our service officially now with Yedid Nefesh. We can find it in our new Siddur on page 10. Yedid Nefesh. And as if some of you have already started to feel the spirit of Shabbat, by all means, use those egg shakers at your leisure. There's more here. There's even a beautiful shalshelet drum. If you're feeling like you want to do a little more percussion, they are free to use. Yedid Nefesh. La da 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 da. On page 11, the next page. Perfect. Makes things a little easier. Turn to the next page. We conclude Psalm 95 with the last 5 lines that'll lead us right into the next page.
But
Beautiful. We're going to continue on page 16 as we move through our Psalms of the week. Psalm 97, the last 4 lines, or Zarua. Or Zarua Latzadik, or Yishleila Secha. 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 Bringing the ruach this afternoon. Good. Afternoon, evening. Depends how you look at it, right? All right, my friends, we're going to continue on page 22 to Rome and Mu. 20. Let's try 20. There you go. 20 makes more sense. Okay. Rome and Mu. Shachar pages to 23 as we welcome our Shabbat bride, the beautiful Shekhinah, as it were. Our spirit of Shabbat is here with us. And as I mentioned last week, for those of us who were here, L'Chadodi is actually spread out in 3 pages. So we'll do 2 on 23, 1 on 24, and 2 on 25. All right, here we go. the dancing, the moving, the bobbing. That's what it's all about. All right. So now that Shabbat is here, before we go into our Psalm for Shabbat on page 27, I'd like to light the candles to officially welcome Shabbat. Last time I asked for volunteers, and nobody volunteered. Is there some? I know it's the fire trigger. I understand. But can I offer anybody a chance to help welcome in Shabbat as a community? There's no music necessary. Yes, just the Hebrew, and I'll be right next to it. Who's that brave soul who wants to help lead? Yes, Marcy. You know what? So let's move forward again on page 27, the Psalm for Shabbat. Top of the Psalm. Mizmor Shir leYom HaShabbat, Tov le'odot l'Adonai, u'lezamer leShimcha ha'elyon, u'zamer leShimcha ha'elyon. Mizmor Shir leYom HaShabbat, Tov le'odot l'Adonai, u'lezamer leShimcha ha'elyon, u'zamer leShimcha ha'elyon. להגיר בבוקר חסדך, ואמונות הבלילות, עלי עשור ועלינו ועלי היגיון מהחינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך, במעשה ידיך, ידך אדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. All right, my friends. So we'll make our transition now as we receive Shabbat, as we welcome in Shabbat to the Shabbat Mari service, which you can find on page 39A. Comfortable, let's all rise together. Baruch Adonai Havorach. Baruch Adonai Havorach leolam vaad. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם, ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. Derek is closed. We can see that. Singing on the following page, as we sing God's great love, that will in turn us to the next page of the Shema and share our love for God. Page 40. בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וכשהייתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. The following page. אמונה כל סבקים עלינו כהוד הנפלא זולתו. And continue on page 44 at the top of the page. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו חולם. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. So return now to Hashkivin on the following page. Page 45. Grant us peace as we move into our Shabbat. Hashkivayno Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'ha'amitenu malkeinu lechayim, v'ufnos aleinu sukat shalomecha, ve'ata ve'ad olam, ve'ata ve'ad olam, ve'ata ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu, ve'akol amo Israel, ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום יתה ביד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו והכל עמו ישראל וירושלים. Turn to page 46 as we rise for Vishamru. I hope to see more body bopping and egg shakering. Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'torotam b'rit olam. May be seated briefly as we continue our transition into the Shabbat Amidah. But first, Chatzi Kaddish, bottom of the page. Yitkadav, Yitkadash Shemei Rabbi, Yalmad Yivrach Yiruteh, Yamlich Malchuteh, V'chayech Onuv Yomechon, Ov Chayedecho Beit Yisrael, Bagala. Amen. Yeshmei Rabbi. Le'alam od amei amayam. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yit'ala v'yithalal shemer kodesham le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush berchata v'nechemata tamiran me'ama v'imru Amen. You can find the Amidah, pages 47 through 52, with your options of Hebrew, English, and the sidebars as well. Let's take some time. shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Hu yaseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'yakov Yisrael. 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 So we turn now to Vayachulu as we rise once more on page 53. Vayachulu hashamayim ve'haaretz v'chol tzva'am vayachal Elohim vayom hashvi melachto asher asa vayishbot vayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asa vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi vaykadesh oto kivoshava mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. So we'll turn to page 55 as we prepare for the Kiddush. And if we could all come over, if I can invite two volunteers to help me pass out both wine and grape juice. And let's all come over and join together for Kiddush. Lindsay. All right. Oh, good. Excellent. We have enough for everybody who wants. There's a couple more grape juices. Okay. Everyone, Mimi's got the grape juice if you need, if you'd like. There we go. Uncle Shelley. Looks like Lorraine, you need one as well. Let me, right behind you. Lorraine, right behind you. Okay, friends. I think everybody has who would like. We're all set? Beautiful.
No, she's great too.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zechel yetziat mitzrayim ki banu v'chaita ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodeshecha באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. That's talent. All right. Feel free to bring your cups back over here. We can collect them all, and you can have a seat. So friends, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I wanted to share a few words of insight into our Parsha Ekev. Last week we read Va'et Hanan that had the Shema and Ve'ahavta. And this week we read the paragraph Ve'haya im Shemoah, the second paragraph, the one that usually seems like it gets left out. Right? So why is that the Shema is out loud, the Vayomer, the Tzitzi paragraph is out loud, but the Vehaya is done quietly? So I invite you to take a look at the paper on page 42. And there's this lovely interpretive, as it says, translation, right? So I don't necessarily want us to read the entire translation, but this pretty much sums it up really in a lovely way. It's on the top of left side page 42. It says, if you will hear, if you faithfully obey my laws today and love me, I shall give you your livelihood in good time and in full measure. You shall work and reap the results of your labor, satisfied with what you have achieved. Be careful, however, let not your heart be seduced, lured after false goals, seeking alien ideals, lest God's image depart from you and you sink, becoming desolate, and lose your joyous God-given heritage. This lovely interpretive translation is by Andre Unger. So I just wanted to bring you a little recap. So most of the time, not most of it, but sometimes when we find a text, whether it's reading from the scroll, the Torah, or even in our Siddur, as we talked about last week, we have a combination of quotations from the Tanakh, piyutim by beautiful payetanim, beautiful poets who had liturgical scholarship. And then we also have, I just blanked out. But in a combination of those items, we have a lot of prayers that are typically done together as a community, right? We talked about community versus the individual. But when we talk about things that we do as a community and our ways, how we walk with God, we don't like to often bring up the negative, right? So this paragraph has a little half and half, where it says, follow my commandments, follow my laws, and you will be rewarded. But if you don't, there are some not so great things that can happen in that path that you take. So I was reading a little bit about this prayer and of course the parsha. And in this parsha, there is something that we called Yisurin Shel Ahava, which basically translates to instruction, really, but chastisement. The basically wagging of the finger of what we're supposed to do out of love, right? And these trials which Israel faces in the desert are many. We complain quite a bit. We go through quite a bit. But one thing I pondered upon is that when we're going through 40 years of hardship, something so simple was never talked about in the Torah. We're wandering, we want to go back to the 400 years of being an enslaved people and the ways of the Egyptians. But one thing that we didn't talk about is that in those 40 years, our clothes never tatter. Our shoes never break, and our feet never swell. There's no mention, and trust me, I'm sure the Israelites had plenty to complain about. We hear about it all the time. But these are pieces that never were mentioned. And of course, our food, manna, is provided for us. And so in these moments of uncertainty, God does discipline the Israelites, almost like a parent would discipline their child, in order to keep them and to teach them God's commandments. So, does one have to suffer in order to be a better person? A better Jew? Curious what you think. It's kind of embedded in our DNA/heritage/calling of being a Jew, that suffering is part of who we are. That's why we come together as a community to celebrate and to be in those sorrow moments. But is suffering helping us? Any thoughts? No pain, no gain. That's right. Absolutely. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I love these idioms. These are fantastic. But these come up because these are part of our life experiences. I know from personal experience, when you experience a trauma, you come out of it stronger. You come with wisdom. You come with life experience that you can share with other people, that you can sit, really, with other people when you have these moments. Yes, Eileen? Another interesting sentence. God doesn't give you more than you can handle. Do we believe that? That can be a tricky statement, right? That's a tough one, because many of us have suffered, many of us have rejoiced, many of us have celebrated, but it's hard to really internalize those moments that cause a lot of pain. So I use this to reflect as a parent. And I have an 8.5-year-old and a now 5-year-old, and I'm constantly at odds with how I parent. I'm a social media person, right? I have all these platforms that I follow, and I used to belong to Instagram for 2 reasons. For my love of drag queen culture, and to visit with my friends and to see what their families and their friends are doing. Now, it's flooded with, how do I be a better parent? How do I handle a child who has ADHD? What am I doing right? Gentle parenting. All these things about you should do this, you should do that. You can't do it right, you have to do it right. If you don't know how to do it right, I'll tell you how to do it right. So you're constantly feeling judged and bothered and not just uncertain about all things. But it does affect sometimes how I internalize these things, or sometimes how I don't, can affect how I discipline my own kids. And I would say that I am more of the gentle, it's okay, don't worry, you'll be fine, versus I told you not to do that, get out of here, stop doing that, I've told you 50,000 times. It's a lovely, beautiful balance. It's a balance that we dance as parents, right? So I believe in this parsha, God is constantly reminded of their children and their acts of defiance. We talk about the golden calf, complaining about the food and water. But in spite of it all, with Moses' help, we always come out better. And sometimes we can say that punishment is intended to better ourselves as human beings, and sometimes we learn and we grow. So I hope that in this Shabbat, that as we move into our high holy days, we consider and think about where have we grown, where has our suffering led us, and how can we be better for it. So Elul is not going to be pronounced until next Shabbat, so we still have a little more time, but I hope that you consider and think about these things as we move into the high holy days. Shabbat Shalom. So friends, let's rise once more for Aleinu. You can find Aleinu. Let's see if I get there before you do. Aleinu is on page 56. If I could invite Mark and Denise once more to help us open the ark.
שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהונות השמיים ויוסר הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמו ושכינת עוזו וגופם מרומים או אלוהינו אלוהינו אמן מלכנו אפס זולתו כה כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמה והארץ מתחתנו נדוד. אוקיי, נקבל לך את המוח. כי המלכות שלה היא עולמי תמלוך בכבוד, כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Your ark is closed, you may be seated. We take a pause in our service this evening to honor and remember our loved ones during this past week. We remember Adele Nelson Gordon, Richard Jaffe, their husband to Eileen, Dorothy Goodman, Hyman Goodman, Sophie Golden, Lillian Lipschutz, Edward A. Rosen, dear husband of Lorraine, Eva Kozak, Stuart Samuels, Herb Smithline, Mildred Palikoff, dear mother to Rita, Solomon Rosner, Lorraine Schaefer, Morris Stupp, Ira Wasserstein, Rivka Leah Nagel, Arlene Scher, Samuel Luber, Aronita Michnek, Jessica Brooke Rabinowitz, Samuel Wader, Edith Davis, Shirley Zeslin, Elaine Goldberg, Ida K. Parmet, and Hannah Spiegler. And during the period of Shloshim, they conclude the week by honoring Eugene Gross, father of Andrea and Mark Kimmelheim, and grandfather to Ira and Jordan and Aya. Are there other yard sites this evening that we could acknowledge? Please, your dad. What's his name? David. Okay. you just give me his name? Daniel Ines? Lyons, of course. Dear Father, to Marcy. Let us rise together on page 58 for Mourner's Kaddish. Oh, and I don't want to forget to mention, of course, we honor Ruth as we remember Sheldon. Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabbah v'yamad yivarach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ul'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei kudasha brichu ve'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbachata ve'nechemata ve'amiran me'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May each of their memories be for a blessing. Let's see. Please give us some announcements, share what's going on.
Thank you, Cantor. And thank you to everyone who participated tonight. It was really lovely to have you up there and participating. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So I love this, that it says Ohev's got plans on our Shabbat supplement, because boy do we, starting, well, always, but next Sunday, join Inclusion B'Kavod at the winery in Furlong. It's their first little get-together. It's going to be a lovely evening, so join us there. There is a time difference, if you can read this little thing. It was originally from 4 to 5:15. It's from 3 to 5:15, but come anytime between those times. And then our big event. If you haven't registered yet for our big weekend, September 5th through the 7th, our Welcome Back Shabarbecue is September 5th, as everybody loves to say, Shabarbecue. This is a little misleading, as I told everybody last week. It is now complimentary, but please sign up so we know if you're coming, so we can plan. Thanks to Men's Club and Sisterhood for making that happen. And of course, that Sunday, September 7th, is our installation and luncheon for Rabbi Kling Perkins. It's been a year, I cannot believe, right? So that is our formal installation. And one last thing I wanted to tell you, I'm really enjoying the new Cedar Ream. I know we've been getting used to it this summer. I like reading the little interpretations as we're praying along the side, and they're very meaningful, a lot of them, as you pointed out tonight, Cantor. But if you'd like, we are accepting, of course, and welcoming dedications. If you remember our old Sidors, a lot of them were dedicated in honor or memory. There's a lot of ways that you can honor your loved ones. This is one of them. All the information is on our communications, so check it out. Anybody else, any other announcements that I'm missing? Okay, well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Enjoy your summer.
Thank you, Lindsay. All right, friends, thank you all for being here. It's always great to celebrate Shabbat with you. Tomorrow, of course, we begin at 9:30 on live stream and in person right here in the chapel. And so we'll conclude our service this evening with Yigdal, which we can find on page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishabach nimtza b'yener el metziuto echad v'yenyachid keyechudo ne'lam megamen sof le'achduto ve'lo demut hakof ve'eno kof lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra
ביתו, לא יכל לפאר ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח לקץ ימים משיחנו, לפדות מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחיה ברוך חסדו, ברוך אתה עד שם תהילתו, מתים יחיה ברוך חסדו, ברוך אתה עד שם תהילתו. Let's all rise together as we conclude our service. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It is. You know what? I should have picked it up. Yeah.